Hello, Amanda. I want to play a game.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of Mr. Crocket. Now before I start, if you were expecting a review of Terrifier 3, I mentioned a few videos ago that most likely this film wasn't going to be released here where I live, and that most likely I wasn't going to be able to do a review the day that it got released, that is today, October 11. As expected, the film is not being released here, so I'm gonna have to wait until it gets released on video on demand for me to sit down and watch it and review it. That most likely that will be on November, hopefully. So in the meantime, we're going to be talking about Hulu's latest horror release, Mr. Crocket. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see if this was worth it or not, description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review because I like to give you guys the two options. Given that quick disclaimer, let's get into the video. Now, Mr. Crocket follows a single mother thinks she found the key to calming her child down, a VHS copy of a strange children's program named Mr. Crocket's World. However, a darker, bloodier secret awaits to invade their home from inside the tape. To give a quick summary, the film opens in 1993. There is this kid that is watching that show while his parents are getting dinner ready. He gets asked to go to the table, and when he does it, he doesn't want to eat the vegetable. So the father starts to scream at him, and it starts to tell him that he has to do it. It's not a good situation. The mother leaves. She tries to calm down, and while the father is still making the kid eat the vegetables, Mr. Crocket comes out of the TV and kills the father. The film starts with a lot of gore and blood. Then we jump to 1 year later in 1994. This woman called Summer just lost her husband to an illness, and now she is trying as a single mother to deal with her son's rage and behavior because of the father's absence. And after a nasty fight, a mailbox appears at the front of the house, and inside of it are the VHS of Mr. Crocket's show. He puts on the VHS and the kid gets glue to the TV. After a few weird occurrences, Mr. Crocket eventually gets out of the TV once again and kidnaps the boy. Now the mother has to do anything in her power in order to get her kid back. And that includes getting help from the mother of the kid that got kidnapped at the beginning and another man that had a similar situation. They are able to get inside of Mr. Crocket's world because that is where the kids are. And as expected, they get the kids out. The kid is able to get reunited with his mother once again. The other guy, he doesn't make it out. And Summer is able to get her kid back. We could be expecting a happy ending. They got rid of Mr. Crocket, and the reason behind all of this was because he was killed back in the 70s because he tried to kidnap a boy. So we could say that is a little bit similar to Freddy Krueger, but this one is a kid's version of it. And the film concludes letting you know that Mr. Crocket is in fact not dead, since he still has a link with the little boy. And that is how the film ends. Now, getting into the review, I wasn't expecting much of this film. I actually knew about it because I saw it on the list of releases when I was doing the list of the horror movies that were going to be released this month. Since I didn't saw and haven't seen yet any marketing or promotion about these movies, most likely this film will go under the radar. Now, like I said, this one reminded me a little bit of Freddy Krueger. Of course, has some major differences, but the whole concept of the character remind me a little bit to it. Now, this is an adaptation of a short that is made by the same director of a series that Hulu has that is called Bite Size Halloween. And they are little shorts of horror, and Mr. Crocket was adapted into now a film. I haven't seen that episode, to be honest. I didn't even knew that the series existed until I saw this film. When it comes to the gore and the puppets that they use in the film, I was surprised. Like I said, the film opens with a gory scene. I was surprised, and it sets the tone for what you could be expecting that is going to be the rest of the film. But unfortunately, it doesn't meet those expectations. The film has a cool concept that feels fresh, although once again can remind a little bit of Freddy Krueger. But I still felt that the concept was good. But unfortunately, the film felt short. When it comes to the story, the film falls into the trap of very well-known horror tropes. I don't even have to mention them. If you saw it, you're going to know it, but just know that we have the typical trope of once the kid goes missing, the parent figure starts to investigate, it gets with other people that has experienced the same thing, but one of them has like suspicious intentions, and at the end turns out to be like the bad guy. That's kind of what happens here, and everything looks fine, but something mysterious is still on it, so this is not really over. So it turns predictable. Something that I feel that the film is not able is to grab your full attention. I felt like coming in and out at moments. I didn't feel fully immersed on it. And adding to that, the film is supposed to be set on the 90s, but although the production design looks like from 90s, there's still some elements on it that make it look way too modern. So that whole immersive experience of being on the 90s didn't happen here. When it comes to the acting, the actor that played Mr. Crocket, he did a fantastic job. He's creepy as hell, portrayed perfectly the character, but when it comes to the rest of the cast, they do as much as they can with the script. Unfortunately, there's not much development when it comes to the characters. I felt that the mother and everything that was happening with her could have been explored a little bit more. Also the kid, I feel that they could have gone a little bit deeper when it came to the characters, and even Mr. Crocket. We don't get much of him. We know about the kid that he tried to kidnap because of a newspaper, but I felt that we could have gone way deeper with him too. So there is a lack of development here that hurts the story. The film reminded me also a little bit to Imaginary, that is a release that we got early this year, but this one it's better and more enjoyable, and it feels more original than Imaginary. If you watch that one, God, that wasn't a good experience here. Although it wasn't excellent, I didn't dislike it either that much, and I feel that maybe someone else is going to enjoy it a little bit more. This is a film that can be introduced to kids. We're having a lot of those lately. So this is a film that I think that for kids, maybe they can handle it, since yes, it's gory, but there's worse out there. And once again, the concept of the TV show and him coming out and kidnapping the kids, I thought that it was cool. So for me, this one was a 2.5 out of 5 and a 6 out of 10. Like I said, I wasn't expecting nothing, zero expectations. I didn't have a bad time. It's a film that deserves to be watched. It deserves a chance. Maybe you're going to enjoy it a little bit more than me, maybe not. But I still felt very impressed when it came to the gore and the puppets. Those two things are amazing. And once again, the performance of the actor playing Mr. Crocket. Those three things are what saved this film. So with this, I think I end the video. This was a very quick review. The reality is that there's not much to be said. I don't want to be rambling here. Sometimes I feel like I run in circles with the things that I say. And once again, I apologize if you were expecting a review of Terrifier 3. I don't understand why movie theaters are not going to be releasing it here, since I live in Puerto Rico. And I was really looking forward to have that experience in theaters, but sadly, just like with Terrifier 2, I'm gonna have to wait to watch it at home. But that review will be coming, just maybe way later than expected. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you have watched this film, what are your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Game over.